All right, so in order to build our confidence interval, we need the margin of error, and part of the margin of error is the standard error of the sample mean x bar. So here's the formula. Again, notice you have your sample standard deviation Sx up there, not sigma. And again, this is an estimate for the standard deviation. It estimates how much typically x bar varies from mu. All right, so be aware of that. So how is that going to help us build our confidence interval? Well, let's take a look here. So if we're trying to build a confidence interval for a mean mu, as long as the random condition and the normal large sample conditions are met, a C% confidence interval for an unknown mu is going to be this: x bar plus or minus t star times Sx over the square root of n. Okay, and then again, t star comes from that table B. Degrees of freedom is n minus 1, C%. Right. So there we go. So let's go ahead and try to use that to find a confidence interval. All right, so example 3, are you confident about your grades? So this refers back to the first example. In the first example of this lesson, we verified that the conditions were met for constructing a confidence interval for mu equals the true mean GPA for all students in Kiana's school. In her sample of 30 students, the average GPA was x bar equals 3.19 with a standard deviation of Sx equals 0.72. Calculate a 99% confidence interval for mu. All right, so a couple things here. First, I want to write down what I need. So I need n is 30. I need the sample mean x bar, that's 3.19, and I need the sample standard deviation, which is 0.72, okay? Now, remember it says in example 1, the conditions were met, right? So the conditions are met, so we're good to go. So now we need to start building our confidence interval. And in order to do that, right, to build this confidence interval, x bar plus or minus t star times Sx over the square root of n, all I need is my t star value, and that comes from table B. So a couple things. First, the confidence level is 99%, and your degrees of freedom is n minus 1, 29. Okay, so 99% and 29. So let's go look. Table B. So here we go. Find 99%. Find 29. Go up. Go over. And there we go. 2.756 is my t star value. 2.756. Okay. So let's write that down so I don't forget. So t star, sorry for everything else, 2.756. All right, so again, to build the confidence interval, you need x bar 3.19 plus or minus t star 2.756 times the sample standard deviation 0.72 divided by the square root of n, which is 30. Remember, as I told you, I like to bring down the point estimate and the plus or minus, so 3.19 plus or minus, and I actually like to type in the margin of error to get what I'm adding and subtracting to my 3.19. So let's go ahead and take a picture of that, and let's do that. Okay, so there I am. Let's go to Desmos Graphic Calculator. Let's get rid of some of this from geometry. All right, here we go. So we're going to do 2.756 times fraction, 0.72 on top, and on the bottom is the square root of 30. And there's your margin of error. Again, I would go to the same number or one more number decimal than the problem. So in the problem, let's look real fast. They give you a GPA of 3.19. So I'm sorry about that. So let's go ahead and just keep that. So in my problem, I would write 3.19 plus or minus, and let's just go to those two decimals, 0.36. The 2 doesn't change the 6. So now over here, I'm going to type in plus and minus 3.19 minus 0.36 and 3.19 plus 0.36. And here are my two values to build my interval. So my interval for the true mean GPA would be 2.83 to 3.55. 0.555. If there were units like feet or inches, I'd want you to label that there as well. Okay. And there is the confidence interval for a mean. All right, so hopefully that wasn't too difficult. Good luck on this section. Again, remember, this section sets you up for section 7.6, so work hard at it.